All right, let's talk about driver. Number one complaint I get when people walk in the door and I ask what they're struggling with, driver is always a very common complaint. Can't stop a slice, not hitting enough fairways, ball doesn't go far enough, I'm constantly out of bounds. Driver's a really hard club to hit. Longest club, we swing it the fastest. It's just got less margin for error. But I want to show you two very simple things that I think will help without making any sort of swing changes or swing mechanics that can make a difference in how you strike the golf ball, and also maybe straightening out the shot a bit and promoting a little more distance. So, first thing that I've done, I have sprayed the face of this golf club with athlete's foot spray. You can buy standard foot powder spray at Walgreens, Rite Aid, CVS, doesn't matter. Why we use this is it helps you see exactly where you hit the golf ball on the club face. Golf clubs, modern golf clubs, are built with something called bulge and roll. So the face is curved both side to side and up and down. And that's designed that on off-center strikes, it's to help spin the golf ball back towards your target line. Most of the time it helps, it does a good job. But if you have some bad swing mechanics, i.e. over the top, steep angle of attack, swinging the club out to in, anything that would cause more of a fade or a slice pattern, and then you hit it on the heel, it's a double whammy. The problem's just gonna get worse. So you're gonna take a swing that's already promoting a fade, and then an off-center strike will make this even worse. So enter stage two. So this is a very simple setup change. Bit of a psychological piece to this, but I also think from a understanding of how the golf swing works, we swing the golf club in a big circle around our body, right? So that club works from in to out, it hits the apex of that arc somewhere close to the golf ball, and then it will exit out to in, or exit more to the left. As you move the ball further up in your stance, you are automatically promoting more of an out to in path. Even if everything coming into the golf ball is really good, just by the nature of it being further up in the arc, the club is going to be moving more to the left. So we would have to do something to help neutralize that. Here's the trick. So I often see people come in, they set up with the club or the driver in the center of the golf ball. Makes a ton of sense, right? I've got this little logo or this little arrow right here in the center. I set this up to the golf ball. But now if my arms swing up and out through impact, you're gonna notice that this club starts to not only go higher to help hit it in the center, because we set the ball teed high, it's also gonna bring more of the heel into play, right? And the only way that I can avoid that is I need a lot of turn with my body, or I need a lot of pull with my arms to really kind of pull the arms into my body. The turn's not a bad thing, but not all of us have a ton of turn through impact in our golf swing. So if you don't, you're gonna promote more of a heel strike. I would want you to set up a little more on the toe of the club at address. And people always think I'm crazy for this, but sneaky psychological trick. If I set up on the toe, I am now forcing myself to swing my arms both up and out to get the center of the club back to the golf ball. That's gonna promote more of a neutral swing direction or a neutral swing path, maybe even something that's a bit draw biased. And it's also gonna let me swing the club up and into the golf ball. That ascending blow with an in to out path lowers our spin rate, it increases our launch, and it's also going to make sure that you are letting this club face close rather than the longer that I pull on this club handle. It feels powerful, it feels strong, but it's not doing a lot to really help this club face close. So this little trick, this little setup trick, will do a lot to help you encourage into out swing direction, ascending blow, and a natural release of the arms that helps squares the face. So we're gonna give this a go. I've already done a couple of these pre-recording on this that I'll show you, from setting up in the center and where that hits on the face to setting up a bit more on the toe and then where that hits on the face. But we're gonna do one of these live as well and see what we get. So normal golf swing, I'm trying to intentionally create maybe a bit more of an in to out or a bit more of a draw swing with this. And I've got this club set up more on the toe. So about an inch outside of center. We're just gonna make a good golf swing and see what we get. So nice little draw, kind of started just right at my target. It's working back to center. And I set that up. So center line here, I set that up about an inch outside the club. So even maybe where that hash mark is, that sets the center of the club from the outside. And you can see as I swing through impacts, it's pretty solid center face control. It encourages you to let your arms extend naturally the way we want to in the golf swing. It encourages you to create more of that swinging up through the golf ball that we're really looking for. So if you're struggling with over the top, steep, out to in, chicken wing, try this little trick and see if it encourages you and allows you to swing this club up and out through impact to get more of that neutral draw swing that we're all looking for. I think this will make a big difference for you. Take care.